everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Studyship with Krati and in today's video we are going to talk about theoretical अब subjects के लिए अगर answer writing करते हैं तो उसका तरीका क्या होना चाहिए. I have recently graduated from Delhi University and I have got my result as well, and the point and the things I noticed into my entire graduation is something. अगर आप किसी theory वाले subject से graduation कर रहे हैं, it is very important that you should know how to actually summarize your answer, how to write your answers onto paper, because it doesn't matter what you have here, if you cannot pen down into your paper, it's going to make not much sense, at least when it comes to score. So here, let's get started at today's video. This is Krati. I recently graduated from Delhi University, is one of the college named Mitri College, and here I am going to tell you about 8 most important tips that you should know while practicing your theoretical subject answer writing. Let me tell you one thing, मुझे पता है कि ज़्यादातर बच्चे एक तो जब theoretical subject पढ़ते हैं तो they feel that there isn't any factual thing and it's going to make them bored very easily. Most importantly, theoretical subject requires a bit of your time, and when it comes to time, okay, we are very busy and we don't have time. ऐसा होता है, like generally ऐसा ही होता है. So when I'm going to give you tips, just remember one thing, you have to invest your time into this, otherwise there's going to be no point to watch this video. First point that I would like to suggest you when it comes to your answer writing, it is that make sure you stick to the time. जब आप starting में लिखते हो अपना answer writing और question किसी भी तरह का हो, the one thing that you should know is that okay, I got only 20 minutes or only 30 minutes to complete this. They are not going to give you entire time to write just one answer. So whatever the number of questions you are going to have to attempt, make sure you divide the time properly and answer your question within that time frame. Otherwise it's going to trouble you. I remember when I was in my first semester, not in first semester, when I was in my class 12th, for my English paper I took like lot of time, that at the end I was having shortage of 20 minutes to complete my paper, and that's how I secured only 80 marks into my English. So the thing is, out of 100, and you see that 80 marks का मैंने attempt किया था and I got 80, but 20 का नहीं किया तो नहीं, तो there were chances कि मेरा percentage improve हो सकता था, which I had this thing into my mind, but नहीं कर पाई. चलो English theoretical में नहीं आता है when it comes to political science, economics, history, sociology, or psychology, any other subject if I'm leaving here, you can count them as well. So it requires more of like you pay attention to the time, and that is something is going to be when you follow the second step here we are going to talk about. Stick to the point. अगर आप point to point बात नहीं करने वाले हो, जस्ट आपके जो भी मन में आ रहा है वो लिखने वाले हो, definitely आप time limit को cross करोगे ही करोगे. If you are having this thing, okay, I have to write only this thing, the question asking you about Cold War, they are asking you about just explain theory of Marxism, they are just asking you about what's the difference between liberalism and neoliberalism, describe upon it. You have to be very precise while delivering your answer. They are not asking you to just go whatever they have mentioned into the book, but definitely they have some expectation कि आप directly question को address करो, और question को address होता है सिर्फ और सिर्फ third point से, which is going to be when you have structure. Structure is something is really important, I believe. अगर आप structure follow नहीं करते हो, somewhere you are going to miss. So here I'm just going to give you structure. In fact, I'll try to attach one of the answer as well. Like I take live classes for political science honors students, and first semester से जो मेरे साथ students connect है, उनका एक बहुत ही solid point है that they have learned how to do answer writing. So some of my students who they did really well while delivering their answer, I'm going to stick their answer writing here. Beside this, as I said, that structure is important. It might sound very cliche to say, but it is really important that you should know how to start your answer, which is going to be first introduction, then main body, and then come to the conclusion. So yes, it is something that you need to follow like up to your last breath if you are going to write your papers. बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. Introduction, main body, conclusion makes very clear to the person who is actually checking your answer sheet. Okay, they have made their point into these structures, and उनका जो पर्सपेक्टिव है फिर उसी वे में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. ऑलवेज मेक श्योर यू डोंट यूज फैंसी वर्ड, समथिंग विच यू आर नॉट लुकिंग फॉर एंड यू डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग ऑफ दोज, जस्ट बिकॉज वो फैंसी था तो आपने डाल दिया. फैंसी वर्ड यूज करने का मेरा मतलब ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं है ताकि आप जो है कुछ अच्छे वर्ड्स ना डालें. वोकैबुलरी इंप्रूविंग thing is very important when it comes to theoretical subjects. When I started my first year in political science honors, trust me, it was so boring. But gradually I developed the sense of ability to understand all these complex words, and I must say that I did it really well. So it is very important that you should know कि आप कैसे करने वाले हो. Now the fourth point is going to be about topic understanding. You know, it is really important. If you are not doing it, just tell me one thing, आप structure कैसे देने वाले हो अगर आपको topic समझ नहीं आया. And most importantly, आज के टाइम पे किसी topic को समझना इतना difficult भी नहीं है. अगर आप अपने क्लासरूम में नहीं समझ पाते हैं, आप खुद से समझिए. आप खुद से समझ नहीं पाते, आप इंटरनेट पे देखिए. आप इंटरनेट पे आर्टिकल से नहीं समझ पाते, you got the YouTube here. Like why the hell you are watching this video? Because आपको समझ आ जाए कि ultimately चीजें कैसे करनी है. So follow those stages, follow everything. You know, it's not important to restrict yourself into your classroom. Just explore as much as you want. Because ultimately जो आपका goal होना चाहिए, which should be I should know the topic well. Let me tell you one thing. It's one of the short story that I'm going to deliver. Won't take much of your time because I know that what video we are doing here. Class 7th में मैंने अपना medium change किया था. Like up to 6th class I was in Hindi medium. In 7th class I went to an English medium. And my English was so broken that I can't even tell you. जब assembly होती थी हमारी prayer hall में, I asked one of my friend मैं इसको कैसे translate करूँ, मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आता. So she said that just say that I can't understand anything. तब मैंने दिस वॉज द फर्स्ट सेंटेंस एंड ये मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा रहेगा. बट उस वक्त एक चीज जो मैंने डेवलप की थी दैट वॉज मैं स्टोरी निकाल लेती थी अपने किसी भी टॉपिक से. उस स्टोरी को फिर मुझे इंग्लिश में कैसे डालना है वो मैंने सीखा. तो ये जरूरी है आप अपने कंटेंट से स्टोरी कैसे निकाल रहे हो. स्टोरी निकालने के बाद आपका आंसर राइटिंग बहुत ईजी हो जाता है. सो फोर्थ पॉइंट इज समथिंग दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट यू शुड नो हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड योर टॉपिक एंड आप कैसे कंटिन्यू करने वाले हो. फिफ्थ इज गोइंग टू बी टॉपिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तब तक नहीं होने वाला जब तक कि आप अच्छे से समझ नहीं लेते हैं चीज़ों को, यानी कि इट रिक्वायर्स मोर एंड मोर रीडिंग. फिफ्थ पॉइंट इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट अबव ऑल बिकॉज वो चीज़ तभी होने वाली है जब आप जो है प्रॉपर प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं, वो भी डेली प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं. सो इट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. लाइक गो फॉर एनी रैंडम आर्टिकल. मैं आपसे ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ आपका जो मेजर जिससे आप ग्रेजुएशन कर रहे हो आप सिर्फ वो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ो. आप कुछ भी इंग्लिश का पीस ऑफ मटेरियल पढ़िए जिसमें थोड़ा सा फैंसी वर्ड्स दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. इससे एक तो आपका फोकस बढ़ेगा. यू लाइक बुक्स राइट? I don't know if you like or not. You can start liking them by reading them. So just select your favorite genre, go for it. Like I like leadership, management and motivational books. I go for those books rather than videos. I prefer to read something क्योंकि उससे मेरा फोकस बढ़ता है, उससे मुझे नई वोकैबुलरी मिलती है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं. सो इट इज़ रियली इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू फर्स्ट गो फॉर दैट थिंग. तो ये पॉइंट हमेशा याद रखना दैट यू नीड टू हैव रीडिंग वेल. नाउ द सिक्स्थ पॉइंट विच आई एम्फसाइज इज गोइंग टू बी राइट अ पीस ऑफ एनीथिंग. लाइक एनीथिंग कुछ भी. मेरे ईमेल अगर मैं ड्राफ्ट चेक करूंगी आई गॉट more than 100 drafts because what I do, I just write. For instance, I'm seeing that nowadays generation, like I also belong to this generation, how they are understanding the things more and more. They are having less toleration when they are talking about more tolerance. So how can we figure it out? Whatever I want to write, मैं एक छोटा सा पैरा लिखूंगी, I'll share it onto my social media. So it's really important that you write something and इससे आपका ग्रेजुअली आप देखोगे बहुत ही अच्छा राइटिंग हो जाएगा आपका, which I realized I have came to that point. Now the seventh point is going to be previous year paper. Don't underestimate the power of previous year paper. ये लास्ट टाइम पे पढ़ने वाले स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक मतलब बहुत ही अच्छी चीज़ होती है बिकॉज दे नो दैट हाउ दिस गोइंग टू वर्क. तो आपने थ्योरेटिकल सब्जेक्ट में कितना भी पढ़ा हो, कितना भी राइटिंग की हो, अगर आप प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर पढ़ लेते हो तो आपको ये समझ आ जाता है व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दे आर गोइंग टू गिव यू, राइट. सो आप उसके अकॉर्डिंग प्रिपरेशन कर सकते हो. कई बार हम कुछ ऐसे अननेसेसरली चीज़ों के ऊपर ज़्यादा समय ओवर स्पेंडिंग कर देते हैं हमें ये नहीं पता कि इसका रेलेवेंस है या नहीं है. So it is important when you go through last year paper, it helps you to understand the psychology of the person who actually made that question paper. And eighth and also going to be the last point of this video is something I believe you should know, the psychology behind the examiner, psychology of the person who is going to check your answer sheet. Just tell me one thing, आप messy answer sheet check करना पसंद करोगे या फिर the one which is neat and clean? जब messy होगी तो you will pay more attention but less marks, but if it be neat and clean you won't pay much attention and you'll actually mark them a good one. This is something I realized when I started my own coaching, because I know that how it works. जब कोई बच्चा बहुत ही clearly लिखता है, I know that okay इसके में मुझे less effort डालना पड़ेगा, भले ही मैं उसका आंसर भी पूरा पढूं. But the thing is, this is how it works. They see for the main content, they see the structure, they see the subheadings you used. They don't go internally for each and every answer. This is very true. You will get this thing almost everywhere. So it is really important that you should know कि आप क्या कितना कैसे लिखोगे, इसके पीछे का साइकोलॉजी समझो. और ये आपको तब समझ में आ जाएगी जब आप फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में अपने एग्जाम दोगे, आप असाइनमेंट अपने टीचर से चेक करवाओगे, just observe them that like in what way they give answers or in what way they mark you onto their answers. So that's it for today's video. These are the 8 points I hope is going to help you. I'm going to summarize all these 8 points here so that आपके लिए एक recap हो जाए that what are the things that you need to do when you are attempting your theoretical answer. That's it for today's video. Hit the like button, share this video and subscribe Studyship with Krati for more such kind of video content. मिलेंगे हमारे अगले वीडियो में. Bye bye for now.